Welcome to Falcon TV. Subscribe to the channel to stay informed and inspire us.
The female modeling industry is often portrayed as glamorous and lucrative, but there is a dark side to it that many people are unaware of. According to some sources, the modeling industry is rife with exploitation, abuse, harassment, and deception. Some of the issues that female models face are low wages and unfair contracts. Many models are paid very little for their work, sometimes even less than the minimum wage. They also have to pay for their own expenses, such as travel, accommodation, and agency fees. Some models are trapped in contracts that give them no control over their image, work hours, or career choices. Sexual harassment and assault. Models are often subjected to unwanted sexual advances, coercion, and violence from photographers, agents, clients, and other industry professionals. Some models are pressured to pose nude or perform sexual acts in exchange for jobs or exposure. Some models are also victims of trafficking and prostitution. Health and safety risks. Models are exposed to various health and safety hazards, such as extreme diets, drugs, cosmetic surgery, and dangerous working conditions. Some models develop eating disorders, mental health problems, substance abuse issues, and physical injuries as a result of the pressure to conform to unrealistic beauty standards and the demands of the industry. These are some of the dark aspects of the female modeling industry that need to be addressed and regulated. The Model Alliance is a non-profit organization that advocates for the rights and well-being of models in the fashion industry. They aim to create a safer and more ethical work environment for models by providing them with legal support, education, and resources. They also campaign for better laws and policies that protect models from exploitation and abuse. Sexual harassment and assault of female models take place in various ways, such as unwanted sexual advances, coercion, and violence from photographers, agents, clients, and other industry professionals. Some models are pressured to pose nude or perform sexual acts in exchange for jobs or exposure. Some models are also victims of trafficking and prostitution. Gender harassment, which is sexist hostility and crude behavior that creates a hostile and degrading work environment for women. This can include sexual jokes, comments, gestures, insults, threats, and intimidation. Sexual coercion, which is when favorable professional or educational treatment is conditioned on sexual activity. This can include blackmail, bribery, manipulation, or threats of retaliation. Some real cases of sexual harassment and assault of female models are: in 2017, more than 50 models accused the photographers Bruce Weber and Mario Testino of sexual misconduct, ranging from groping to masturbation. The allegations were published by the New York Times and sparked a wave of #MeToo stories in the fashion industry. In 2018, the model Kate Upton accused the co-founder of Guess, Paul Marciano, of sexually harassing her when she was 18. She claimed that he repeatedly grabbed her breasts, kissed her face and neck, and tried to get her into his hotel room. She also alleged that he fired her from a campaign after she rejected his advances. In 2019, the model Added Aketch filed a lawsuit against the Australian magazine Who for publishing an article that falsely accused her of being involved in a sex trafficking ring. The article used a photo of another black model, Flavia Lazarus, and claimed that she was Aketch. The magazine apologized for the error and blamed it on a miscommunication with the photo agency. The solution to sexual harassment and assault of female models is not simple or easy, but it requires systemic changes in the culture and climate of the fashion industry. Some possible steps are: creating and enforcing clear policies and codes of conduct that prohibit all forms of sexual harassment and provide effective reporting and accountability mechanisms. Providing education and training for all industry stakeholders on the causes, consequences, and prevention of sexual harassment. Supporting and empowering models to speak up against harassment and to seek legal and psychological help when needed. Promoting diversity and inclusion in the industry and challenging the stereotypes and norms that objectify and devalue women. The #MeToo movement is a social movement and awareness campaign against sexual abuse, sexual harassment, and rape culture, in which people publicize their experiences of sexual abuse or sexual harassment. The phrase, "Me Too," was initially used in this context on social media in 2006 by sexual assault survivor and activist Tarana Burke. The purpose of Me Too is to empower sexually assaulted people, especially young and vulnerable women of color, through empathy, solidarity, and strength in numbers, by visibly demonstrating how many have experienced sexual assault and harassment, especially in the workplace. The movement began to spread virally as a hashtag on social media in 2017, after American actress Alyssa Milano posted on Twitter, "If all the women who have been sexually harassed or assaulted wrote, 'Me Too,' as a status, we might give people a sense of the magnitude of the problem." A number of high-profile posts and responses from celebrities, politicians, journalists, and other public figures soon followed. The movement is credited with giving visibility to the scope of sexual violence within the United States and across the world. It is also defined by a push for accountability, including examining power structures in the workplace that had enabled misconduct, and, in some cases, renewed efforts to seek justice for survivors through criminal and civil court systems. The hashtag #MeToo movement has also led to changes in the workplace and society at large through the implementation of greater safeguards and educational tools that aim to change behavior in future generations. Some U.S. states have since abolished statutes of limitations for reporting sexual crimes and banned non-disclosure agreements, NDAs, that aim to keep misconduct allegations from the public's view. The movement has also inspired similar movements in other countries and contexts, such as hashtag Time's Up, hashtag Ni Una Menos, hashtag Balance Ton Pork, and hashtag Church Too. Supporting survivors of sexual assault and harassment is a very important and compassionate thing to do. Here are some tips on how you can help. Listen and believe. One of the most helpful things you can do is to listen to the survivor's story without judging, interrupting, or blaming them. Let them know that you believe them and that it is not their fault. Validate their feelings and respect their choices. Provide information and resources. You can help the survivor by providing them with information and resources that can assist them in their healing process. For example, you can share the contact details of local sexual assault resource centers, national hotlines, online forums, or support groups that offer confidential and professional support to survivors. You can also encourage them to seek medical attention, legal advice, or counseling if they wish to do so. Offer practical and emotional support. You can also support the survivor by offering practical and emotional assistance, such as accompanying them to appointments, helping them with daily tasks, or simply being there for them when they need someone to talk to. You can also help them cope with stress, anxiety, or trauma by suggesting healthy coping strategies, such as breathing exercises, relaxation techniques, or hobbies. Respect their boundaries and pace. Remember that every survivor is different and has their own needs and preferences. Do not pressure them to do anything they are not comfortable with or ready for. Ask for their consent before touching them or sharing their story with others. Respect their boundaries and pace and let them decide what is best for them. These are some of the ways you can support survivors of sexual assault and harassment. By doing so, you can make a positive difference in their lives and help them heal from their trauma.
If you liked this video, please subscribe to the channel and give a thumbs up. Thank you.